hungry, mate. I'm starving at this stage. I need Prizefighter. And at the same time, Prizefighter do so much for my career. This would be huge. It's a great payday. It's a great... You're getting out there, you know? You're on the sky cameras. Boxing is a sport that anything can happen in, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to take anything for granted. Once you step in them ropes, that's all. Everything else kind of just vanishes and you focus on the one target. And it doesn't matter whether like they're cheering for me or not, you know what I mean? It's all the one to me. I'm focused, I'm there to win. Simple as that.
Can Stephen Foster Jr. make experience tell? The former European champion sees Prizefighter as his way back. His 40th fight comes against an Irishman having his fourth, doubling his aggressive southpaw, Jono Carroll, the youngest and least experienced of all the 8-man field. It's happened before. Can he spring an upset? Let's see. Let's get to the MC, John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, quarterfinal number 3 in the Prizefighter series coming to you in the lightweight division. Introducing to you, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the green trunks trimmed with black, weighing in at 9 stone and 10 pounds. Undefeated, 3 contests, 3 wins, 1 inside the scheduled distance. From Dublin, Ireland, it's King Kong, Jono Carroll. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed with silver, weighing in at 9 stone, 9.5 pounds with a 39 fight record, 33 wins, 19 inside the scheduled distance and 5 defeats, 1 draw. Coming to the ring as the former European super featherweight champion from Salford, Steve Foster Jr. Tanky the bell is Peter McCann of Ruislip, and our referee in charge is Mr. Ian John Lewis of Gillingham, Kent. This is 3 3-minute rounds, quarterfinal number 3.
Carroll. I'm the referee. Obey my commands at all times. You both know the rules. Watch the heads, kick them punches up. And when I shout break, you break clean. And remember, to defend yourselves at all times. Shake hands.
Real clash of opposites here, isn't it? Here's Stephen Foster at 34, a vastly experienced championship-level fighter against a man from Ireland, 12 years his junior, who's had just 3 professional fights, spread over nearly 3 years as well in Jono Carroll. Will it be experience, will it be youth that prevails here? And a lot of money, Jim, an awful lot of money since this draw was made has been pouring in on the Irishman. It was 14-1 before the draw was made. He started tonight at 15-2, which means the smart money thinks that this might be a match made for Jono Carroll. Stephen Foster, of course, will have his own ideas about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, is he a dark horse or does he have a big family? That's what we have to find out. But money has gone on to him, so somebody fancies him to win this. We haven't seen an awful lot of skill as yet. Foster has loads of skill, so we'll see if it's on display here.
Well, Carroll can't afford to let Foster use his skills. He'll be comprehensively outboxed. We saw him a month ago, Jim, in Dublin, didn't we, on the undercard of Matthew Macklin and Jorge Sebastian Highland. That tough home night for Matthew Macklin, and straight away Carroll is in. But he was in a tear-up against Declan Geraghty. It looked like a Prizefighter performance itself. Geraghty eventually thrown out.
That was a clever little countering burst of punches from Carroll. That was clever. Just waited his moment. Caught Foster off balance and poured the punches. He's done that again. These little bursts from that southpaw stance are not easy to deal with.
Foster looking to work his way in. You talked about the youth and experience battle. There's a speed battle here as well. Foster's never exactly one of the quickest boxers you'll ever see. Can Carroll use that youth and that speed to his advantage here tonight? Cuffing little right hand from Foster. Carroll's showing a lot more ring intelligence than we saw last month in Dublin. He's not getting drawn into anything stupid. He's not taking wild risks.
He's countering and he's doing it in little bursts. And Stephen Foster can't really seem to do an awful lot about it. You can see him shaking himself about, trying to work out this southpaw stance. It's not that he's an awkward southpaw, it's that he's a quick southpaw. and he makes Foster miss, then drills little combinations, and no great power. There he goes again. These little busy bursts are certainly eye-catching, and Stephen Foster not coming back with anything is good.
And in that burst, Jim, there are a couple of really nice-looking sharp left hands that scored, and Foster, once again, is dragged in, not able to do much, landed a couple of body shots.
See, Foster's been made to make the first move, and I don't think he's all that comfortable doing that, and that's his problems. He would love to draw some leads from Carroll, but Carroll not obliging. There's a little uppercut from Carroll. This is impressive for as a kid having his fourth fight. Really, I thought it was impressive there, and he thinks so too.
Well, he drew the sting there, didn't he, out of Stephen Foster Jr.?
Right, exactly the next round. You're going to do exactly this round when you're the last round.
You're either committing totally or you're going like this. You need to go as if you're committing, knowing you're going to step back for that left hook, yeah? Right. If he thinks you're coming, he throws 4 and 5, doesn't he? Yeah. You have to hit him as he's throwing them, yeah? That's where you're going to have the best effect.
More just amplifying what you were saying in commentary, Jim. That's exactly been the problem for Stephen Foster in that opening session.
Yeah. Only the thing is, get that jab going. Yeah?
I thought it was really smart stuff from the younger man. Picking his moments, countering in little bursts, and Stephen Foster couldn't really do anything about it.
Bonus 10 seconds. You've got to do it, son, yeah?
Seconds out, round 2.
Round 2, Jono Carroll, the Dubliner in the green, whose career hasn't quite got going. He went to Australia where he turned pro and had his first fight there in December 2012, waited a full year before his next one, then came back to Ireland, and it was 11 months before we saw him in action last month. So he's not got any momentum going. Prizefighter could be the springboard for a career here, and it would certainly be a massive scalp for him to take Stephen Foster.
He's drawn Foster onto a little chopping left-hand lead from that southpaw stance. Foster's going to have to put punches together. Single shots have been countered, but he's just struggling to get close. Oh, that's really clever stuff again from Carroll.
And Foster, no answer. Fast fist there from Carroll. I think you made the point, Jim, not a lot of power there, but it's eye-catching stuff. A lot of punches being thrown. And most crucially of all, Jim, nothing coming back from Foster in those exchanges.
See Foster trying to box his way close, but it's not working. The movement of Carroll, then the actual smart boxing, smart tactics are coming from Carroll. He's just drawing mistakes from Foster and punishing him with little bursts. Nothing solid, nothing hurtful, but they're quick, and he's putting them together.
Well, I must admit, when we watched him in Dublin last month, Jim, this is not a fellow I would have thought would have come in and impressed us with his ring intelligence, because it was real head-down stuff against Declan Geraghty, a real wild brawl, if you like. But here, showing real ring smarts against a fellow who technically should be able to handle him with ease, but Stephen Foster at the moment just can't get anything going.
See, Foster's showing little feints, just trying to draw leads from Carroll, but Carroll will not oblige. He's picking his moments. When he's ready, he goes to work. See those little bursts, a little three-punch combination. So Foster would like to be able to counter, but he's not managing to do it.
Got out of range there, nothing doing for Carroll. Well, again, it's hard to look at Stephen Foster's work in this round and say, yeah, you've really impressed, you've caught the eye. Well, I think he knows it. He knows he's got to get going, and it's a decent right hand at the end of that little flurry from Carroll.
Well, it's just a reminder that this Prizefighter, you know, you can't possibly pick a winner in these fights. Over the 3 rounds, you don't have time to work the other guy out. If this was a 10-rounder, it would probably take Foster 4 or 5 rounds to work this fellow out. He doesn't have 10, he has 3, and he struggled in the first 2 of those.
Watch Jamie Moore getting into the corner there. He's got his back to us now. Almost raised his eyes to the heavens.
Listen, You ain't got time to fuck around now.
Yeah.
1 round each.
Okay.
Right?
They see it as 1 round each.
Every time you finish.
Don't know if Jamie really believes that, because Foster didn't really get a chance to provide much, but it's no good telling him he's 2 points down, so I think they're looking for a big round from him, that's for sure. But these are the little bursts that you remember. Quick and really nothing clean coming back at him.
Step off, big deep breath, and go again. Step off, big deep breath, go again. Hands tight, yeah? I need some.
The 34-year-old former European champion needs a massive 3 minutes here against the inexperienced young Dubliner.
Well, if you listen to the two corners, there was one really happy corner and one corner who knew they had a lot of work to do.
Well, they came in with a great game plan, didn't they? Carroll's team, led by Pascal Collins. And so far, the 22-year-old has executed that game plan. They've neutralised Foster completely. And he hasn't had to burn off a lot of energy to do it either.
Well, Foster has a big left hook. He's produced it a few times in his career at crucial times. He could be doing with producing it here.
Well, again, as you say, Carroll, the matador, isn't he? Just daring him. And Foster's trying to bait him in. And Carroll not interested. And Carroll will quite happily see the round through like this. Foster's the guy that's got to make something happen and take the initiative here.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how smart Carroll has been in this one, just biding his time, picking his moments, and these little bursts there, and look at the movement there. That was clever.
There's oozing confidence now, the Dubliner. Just enjoying this. I'm not sure Foster is. A year ago, a lot of people thought he was washed up after he lost to Anthony Crolla. Came in at very short notice. He didn't pack it in. He's had a couple of low-key wins. He wanted this to be the springboard. Not happening.
Well, I'm sure Foster would have been happy with the draw when he saw it, a kid with 3 fights. But he's had an eye-opener here because he's never been able to pin him down. So, because of Carroll's speed, Foster's work has been forced and just not been allowed to produce.
Well, I think we're getting an indication why that money piled in on Jono Carroll here, Jim. He's quick as we get down to the last minute. He's a southpaw and he's boxing with real ring intelligence. That's a combination that can take you a long way, not just in Prizefighter, but in your whole career.
Yeah, and he's getting his punches off and nullifying what's coming back from Foster. So nothing eye-catching. Okay, Foster may have landed more punches up close, but not been allowed to do anything eye-catching that the judges are going to like.
I'll tell you what, if he gets Gary Buckland in the semi-final, which, if it goes to form, that's what he will get, it'll be interesting to see if Jono Carroll can neutralise Buckland the way he's dealt with Stephen Foster here. Foster just has never got on top of this one. Never got close. And Carroll hasn't wasted much. It's a really smart performance. More than one way to win Prizefighter, eh, Jim? We love the hell for leather tear-up stuff, but that can be just as effective. Real smart boxing from the 22-year-old southpaw. And I don't think Stephen Foster, looking at him, needs to be hearing from the judges' scorecards. Well, Andy Scott's caught up with a famous face in the crowd. Let's join him.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. I'm with Ricky Burns, a division you know well, Ricky. The general consensus is that Jono Carroll might just have edged out Stephen Foster Jr. there. A man that has done 12 rounds like yourself, how difficult can it be to drop down to 3 rounds once you're a seasoned professional?
Do you know what, I think obviously once they knew they were getting into the Prizefighter, they've probably adjusted their training to obviously the 3 rounds, getting a 3-round war, back out, a wee break, back in again, working that way. So no doubt their preparation's all been about that, shortening the distance.
Jono Carroll, though, he looked like he was just able to come in with those little raid-in bursts and nick the rounds. Is that how you saw it?
I know. Do you know he was boxing well. Stephen was trying to force the pace all the time. But me personally, I think he just nicked it as well.
Could be a major upset here, Nick.
Well, Not according to all that money that came in late, Andy. Somebody knew something, because he was 14 to 1, then the draw got made and it piled in, and Jim, you don't see it as nicking it at all.
No, I mean, it's the first verdict tonight that I've had any confidence about. I just thought Carroll nullified everything that Foster Jr. tried. And that's the way I saw it. Clever little bursts, clever tactics, never got involved, never took too many clean punches. And looking at both faces, you can see who the happy man is.
Absolutely. I think we all know how this one's going to be called.
Ladies and gentlemen, result of quarterfinal number 3, and we have a split decision.
Well.
Judge Michael Alexander scores the contest 30-27 in favour of Carroll. Phil Edwards 29-28 in favour of Foster. Judge Howard Foster scores the contest 29-28 in favour of the winner, and first one through to semi-final number 2 from Dublin, Ireland.
Well, he's got it. I think there would have been a serious inquest if he hadn't.
Bless your appreciation, please.
Stephen Foster looked surprised when he heard there was a split decision. You actually saw his face. He couldn't believe it was a split decision.
Well, we had one earlier, didn't we? When Danny Connor was given a 30-26 against, when a lot of people thought he'd won 2 of the 3 rounds despite the knockdown. But justice, I think, has been done. Jono Carroll caught the eye. Goodness knows what he's got. A massive, great big soft toy there. Looks like a gorilla that he's got with him. He's brought that to his interview. He's booked himself a place in the semi-final where Gary Buckland or Floyd Moore await. No wonder he looks happy.
Jono, first of all, I'm going to ask you, why the cuddly toy?
What's the sorry, buddy?
Why the cuddly toy?
King Kong. That's King Kong, mate. Taking out the Empire State Building.
Biggest scalp of your career. Talk us through your tactics and how they worked.
I was told to box. Simple as, I was told last 30 seconds, pick it up or beat him to the punch every time and then make him miss and then counter him. And that's exactly what we did. Everything goes to this man. I swear to God, he's absolute genius. He knows exactly what he's talking about when he's in there, no matter who I'm fighting.
That's a massive win for you. You're very inexperienced, but you can't rest on your laurels now.
No, of course not, mate. You're going to stick to the game plan and just keep the head down, fight hard again, mate, you know what I mean? I never take anything for granted in life. And I knew this was going to be a hard one, but it was easier than I thought it was going to be, but it was a good fight. Take me hat off to the man, he's very strong. But I knew it was just going to be that little bit faster because I'm younger, you know. Bet him to the punch and that was it. Game plan worked.
Well done so far.
Thanks, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the action, coming to you live on Sky Sports. Welcome to the legendary York Hall, Bethnal Green. This is the Prizefighter semi-final number 2, coming to you in the lightweight division. Introducing to you, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks, weighed in at 9.5 pounds. 34 fight record, 29 wins, 9 inside the scheduled distance, and just 5 defeats. Coming to the ring as the former British super featherweight champion and the winner of the Prizefighter series, ladies and gentlemen, from Cardiff, Dynamo Gary Buckland. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold, weighed in at 9 stone and 10 pounds. 4 fight record, 4 wins, 1 inside the scheduled distance. He is undefeated from Dublin, Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, King Kong, Jono Carroll. Timekeeper Bob Edgeworth, our referee in charge of the action, is Mr. Howard Foster. This is 3 3-minute rounds, semi-final number 2.
Okay, fellas, you both know the rules. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both you watch your heads. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Gary Buckland, of course, has already won a prize fighter, looking to be a 2-weight champion. And Audley Harrison in the house. He too knows what it takes to win prize fighter. We'll be hoping they do another heavyweight prize fighter, because he'll be putting his name up for that, you can be certain. Anyway, who's booking their place in the final? Will it be young Jono Carroll from Dublin in the black, or will it be Gary Buckland? Buckland, you heard it announced, he's had 5 defeats, but all of them in very, very good company. Can Jono Carroll find something over 3 rounds to inflict defeat number 6 on Buckland, or will Buckland's relentless pressure just take Carroll somewhere he's never been before. Remember, he is very, very inexperienced, the Dubliner.
No, but he looks strong too, and there was a maturity in his thinking the way he handled Stephen Foster. So no, this is a good match, and he's catching Buckland as Buckland comes in, and it's the same little three-punch combination, then nullifying when the other guy gets close. It's clever stuff from Carroll. Buckland's going to have to punch as he moves forward. Buckland likes to get close, then let the punches go. He's going to have to punch on the way in. Yep, he's getting clipped.
Getting a little body shot there, Buckland, but catching him with a right hand upstairs, and Carroll just says, right, come on, let's have a go.
See, this is the clever stuff, nullifying, not allowing Buckland to get off it when he gets close enough.
Buckland again with a good right hand to the body.
Buckland's going to have to be careful he doesn't waste a lot of energy hitting nothing. This little guy is really clever.
Oh, he swung out of that big right hook. Buckland missed by miles, but can he keep Buckland off for 9 minutes? That's a tough ask.
Well, he has to keep him off for 6 minutes. 2 rounds is what he needs here. And I think he's been outboxing Buckland in the opener. The pressure beginning to get Buckland closer, but he's missing badly there.
But Buckland's got the style. He won't mind missing a few. He'll just keep the punches going. Never mind the success rate, and when he does land, how's Carroll going to cope? Carroll so far doing a lot of cocky taunting.
Carroll looking for a little breather there, and you can see that. This is a real good blend of styles. This is good stuff. Clever boxer against the all-out aggressor.
Good work again from Carroll. Couple of nice body shots then, out of range, distance between them. Only missed there. And again, just backpedaling, frustrating Buckland, forcing him to reach.
You know, he's really clever the way as soon as Buckland gets close, you know, he nullifies the work, pushes himself up close, doesn't give him any room, and he's making him miss wildly. That can impress the judges as well. Now, I like Carroll in that one.
I tell you, Buckland went back to his corner, looking a little bit frustrated as well.
When he clips it out, he hurts it. I'll take that. Okay, hold it out. Hold it out. No, he didn't. Right. Do you know what? You won that round. You won that round.
Collins agrees with you, Jim.
Right. I want you to throw this.
Nah, I thought it was really clever what he did. Putting little punches together. Okay, he was caught a few times. Buckland certainly had his moments. That was one of them. And there's another. But he's cheeky, he's cocky, he's clever, and he's got a style that's difficult to pin down.
Well, he's an interesting character. I think whatever he does from here, Jono Carroll, this is a guy who I said earlier, Jim, his career just hasn't got going. Three fights in something like 23 months or something. But this could be the springboard to something quite special. He's got some skills. And a southpaw with quick hands, good feet, terrific footwork. He can be a real handful for anybody. He's a handful right now for Gary Buckland. Round 2 of 3. And Buckland has not been able to impose himself the way he did in that first fight against Floyd Moore. Work just neutralised. It's not flashy from Carroll, but it's clever. Double jab, Buckland. And then it's Carroll out of range.
Buckland trying to use the jab. This is better stuff at the moment from Buckland. Yep, the jab. Trying to work in behind the jab as opposed to just trying to pounce on Carroll.
The right hand there as well, Buckland.
Much better from Buckland at the beginning of this round. He's calmed down. He's got a cooler head, which I think is really important against the slick southpaw. Carroll's going to have to be careful he doesn't, you know, start getting warnings for the spoiling up close.
Buckland swinging and being edginess again. The big load-up swings aren't going to work against this fella. Buckland looking to try and get close. Not seen as many body shots from Buckland as we did in that first fight. And again, Carroll just making that look really easy. Real flashes of class from this man, this young man.
Well, Buckland started right well, good right hand in and a left. But well, Carroll is tough as well. That was a good shot he took there.
But he doesn't want to be taking too many of those, Jim. Not against Gary Buckland. Comes back with the right hand of his own there.
See, he's not been given the time that he had in the quarter-final against Foster.
Landed a very good shot there, but Buckland walked through it. Now looking to work the body, Buckland. This is much better from the Welshman. And the work rate not so impressive from Carroll, who's finding this ring getting smaller and smaller the longer this fight goes on. Caught again. Solid left hand from Buckland.
See, Buckland's been in so many real wars in his time. This is where the experience of that will pay dividends. He's been here so many times before and never shirked, never will.
Buckland continuing to hunt his man down. And if he lost the first round, he's certainly won this one, and it sets up a terrific third round.
Yeah, this is a much better round for Buckland.
So Carroll's bleeding from the ear. I mean, he took a cut on the scalp against Declan Geraghty last month. A big right hand once again from Buckland, who just puts an exclamation point on what's been a terrific second round for him. And Carroll's starting to look a bit ragged. Well, he celebrated towards his fans there, Carroll, but I think that was an act of defiance, because that was Buckland's round.
Right, Jono, how you feel? Okay. I'll go to the last round. It's one each, okay? Now, don't stand there for you. Okay? Yeah. Where's that front come from here?
Well, I think it's the second round that might decide this one for us, Nick, because that took a lot out of young Carroll. He was forced to fight the type of fight he's not comfortable with. He's slick, he's cute, he's good on the move, he likes to make fighters miss and punish them, but he was forced to stand his ground and slug it out there, and that is Buckland's game. But a terrific round nevertheless. I have it one round apiece. I have it hinging on the third round here.
Well, this is growing up on the job for Jono Carroll, the 22-year-old novice. 3 fights going into this Prizefighter tournament. He's getting an education right here. And is it going to be enough? Can he get past Buckland? Or will the former Prizefighter champion book himself another final berth? All going to come down to these last 3 minutes. Buckland just eager to engage. Body shot coming in there was borderline. Got away with it there though, Carroll. Buckland continuing to just hunt his man down. Carroll, not sure either of those landed. Bouncing off the gloves. Clipping left hand there from Buckland.
Well, it's clever looking stuff from Carroll, but it's out of range. But he's on the move.
But not landing, Jim. He's just not landing.
I think he's trying to give the impression that he's outboxing Buckland.
But he's not.
But they're missing, but Buckland's not really getting the chance to score with any real clean shots either. This is a scrappy round compared to the other two.
And that's going to suit Carroll, because this might come down to a coin toss. We're down to 1 minute 40 left of this fight. And it's still all to play for. Who's got the big finish?
I just wonder if it will be the strength and maturity in the last half of this round. We know Buckland will give it everything till he hears that bell. Carroll is the one who's had to change what he does. This is not the way he likes to do business. Will that give the advantage to Buckland?
Carroll looking to try and land himself. Got caught as he committed. But he's got to commit. Good body shot once again from Buckland, who is grinding him down. If this was 5 rounds, you'd put your house on Buckland winning. But it's only 3. And even now, though, you just sense that Buckland, although he's still being made to miss, is just imposing himself. It's force of will from Gary Buckland here.
Yeah, this is Buckland's kind of fight, but full credit to Carroll the way he's going about this. This is terrific, but Buckland's right hand landing cleanly.
And this is new territory for Jono Carroll. He's not been anywhere like this in his career before. And a big swinging right hand from Buckland, who is really teeing off now. It needed someone to impose himself in the last 90 seconds of this fight, and that man is Gary Buckland. Inside 20 seconds.
I just get the feeling Buckland has just given a little bit more in this third round. Tough round to split them, both had their moments.
Well, for me, Carroll has just faded away, but we haven't heard the last of him. This has been a terrific learning night for him. And for me, Buckland has come from behind to book himself another Prizefighter final. Although the way they're celebrating in the Carroll corner, you think they've won.
Well, I think they know too that it hinged on the last round, and they've got every right to celebrate, because what a terrific show that was from the young man, the outsider, remember. You know, but when the 8 boxers were picked originally, that was a terrific 3-rounder. Terrific.
And the stats suggest that Buckland has won it. But, you know, a lot of us think Carroll got that first round. Buckland would have had to win the last 2. But, you know, whatever happens, and if Carroll has lost, we haven't heard the last of this young man. No way.
Nick, I don't mind who goes through in a fight like that. That was terrific. I have Buckland going through. I have him winning the two rounds to 1. But you know what? We've seen the decisions, close decisions tonight, going the other way. Fine. I would have no complaints, but I do feel that Buckland just got more punches home, just did that little bit more, and forced Carroll to fight his kind of a fight. Some terrific right hands landed by Buckland in the last minute. That was probably one of them. He let another one go, and another one. So a lot of the eye-catching stuff for me did come from Buckland.
But what good entertainment, wasn't it?
It's been terrific. Every fight tonight has been terrific.
Well, is it Wales or is it the Republic of Ireland in the final? Our Prizefighter here at the York Hall. I think we're about ready with the decision. These last anxious few seconds as we await confirmation of who books their place against Michael Devine in the final.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds in semi-final number 2, we have a split decision.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ian John Lewis scores the contest 29-28 in favour of Buckland. Michael Alexander scores the contest 29-28 in favour of Carroll. Judge Phil Edwards scores the contest 29-28 in favour of the winner, and into the final to join Michael Devine. Ladies and gentlemen, from Dublin!
It's Carroll! It's Carroll!
Jono Carroll!
Phil Edwards saw it in Carroll's favour. That was the crucial vote. Looks of disbelief in the Buckland camp. But it's Jono Carroll who books his place in the final. They can't believe it.
Well, Jono, congratulations. How confident were you were going to get the decision at the end?
It was a pretty tight fight. I thought I won the first round. He picked the second round, I'd say, and then I put a little bit, caught him with a few more connections in the third round. It was a very tight fight, don't get me wrong, but I knew if I didn't do that in the last 30 and catch him with them good clean shots, then it might have went his way. But take me hat off to the man. He's a very strong fighter. Kept coming forward. Now he didn't give me too much space to dance and box, but I can fight as well. I'm there sparring Stephen Norman. I tell you, that fella makes you fight too. So thank God I came away with the win. That's all. I'm just thank God for this. You know what I mean? It's a dream come true for me. I'm only a young fighter coming up through the ranks. These are my dreams coming true. I just can't believe it. You know what I mean? Walking on cloud nine, mate. It's amazing. This.
2 big scalps for you, but he caught you with some good shots. Did it take much out of you?
I wouldn't say take much out. I've never been really wobbled. He caught me over there, and I was more off balance than anything else. I didn't feel wobbled one bit. But good, strong fighter. You know, I'm not going to take anything away from him. He's a strong fighter, but his shots did have me tired. It wasn't so much as punches. It was more as constantly coming forward, and that's about it. But I'm still feeling good. Loads of energy, ready for the final. You know.
Michael Devine in the final. What do you think of him?
To be honest, didn't watch really many of the fighters in this. I just came here with my own game plan. I didn't know. There's no point in wasting your energy looking at fighters that could be possibly knocked down in the first or second round. So I don't know. I haven't watched them much, but I'm sure Packy will guide me in them directions, and we come away with the win again.
We look forward to the final. Well done. So this is it, the final of Prizefighter, the lightweights. Who will be the last man standing? Let's see. Here's the MC, John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 34th final of the Prizefighter series. Please welcome to the ring now, from Dublin, King Kong Jono Carroll.
Well, here's the young 22-year-old from Dublin who's taken out the two biggest names in the competition. First of all, Stephen Foster Jr. Too slick, too quick, too good. And then, somewhat more controversially, getting rid of the former Prizefighter champion, Gary Buckland. And I'll tell you what, Jim, 14-1 before the draw, and all that money came pouring in on him. Somebody knew something about this fella, because 14-1 right now is looking like a steal.
Yeah, but when you're looking at a kid with 3 fights on his ticket, you're not really expecting. When you look at the quality that we had, you know, the 8 entrants, he's the one who's been causing all the problems. He has a terrific temperament. You know, I think Spencer says he boxes above his years, maturity-wise. He's been a find, that's for sure. And I think he's the one going to be posing all sorts of problems in the final. We'll find out what Michael Devine can do about those problems.
And just looking at his attitude, Jim, whatever happens in this final, I think this fella is going to be someone we're hearing a lot of in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Chunky Michael Devine.
Well, Lee Martin has had a spectacular route through, hasn't he? Had the big knockdown against Danny Connor, got the decision, and then that stunning one-punch wipeout of Lee Martin earned him a £2,000 bonus. He loads up, he's got serious power in both hands, and if he catches anybody, Jim, they're going to go.
Yeah, he obviously punches a lot harder than his record suggests. I mean, what a terrific left hook he threw in the semi-final of the Bleacher. But I just wonder, will he get close enough to catch this little fellow cleanly on the chin? Hitting this fellow at all is a problem, never mind hitting him cleanly. Looking forward to this one.
Well, we've been talking about the gambling side of things. Devine was 9-1 at the start of the night. He is now 2-1, 14-1 to get the knockout. Ooh, that might be tempting. Mind you, as you say, Jim, you've got to land cleanly. Jono Carroll, the overwhelming favourite here. And to think you could have got 14-1 about 36 hours ago. That's wise after the event.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Sport now proudly presents the 34th final of the Prizefighter series, coming to you in the lightweight division. Sponsored by 888 Sport, Lonsdale and SportsDirect.com. And a very warm welcome to the viewers joining us live here on Sky Sports. All the officials have been appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control. Our steward in charge, Mick Collier, and our area representative is Ded Rees. Timekeeper at the bell from Bromley is Mr. Bob Edgeworth. And our 3 scoring judges: Phil Edwards of Preston, Howard Foster of Doncaster, and Ian John Lewis of Gillingham. When the bell rings and the action begins, the man in charge, the man in the middle, is Mr. Michael Alexander of Doncaster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the finalists. Fighting out of the red corner wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold. Weighted at 9 stone and 10 pounds, 5-fight record. 5 wins, 1 inside the scheduled distance. He's undefeated. from the Celtic Warrior Gym Dublin, please welcome King Kong Jono. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the purple trunks trimmed with gold, weighing in at 9 stone and 10 pounds, 15-fight record, 13 wins, 4 inside the scheduled distance, 1 loss, 1 draw. The former Southern Area Featherweight champion from Luton, Chunky Michael Devine. So this is it then. 3 rounds of boxing in the final of the Prizefighter series in the lightweight division.
Right, lads, you both know the rules, so let's just have a good clean fight, okay? Most of all, remember to defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, keep it.
So here we go with another Prizefighter final, and you know, some of the cards that we've been seeing consistently throughout the night, I think we've only had one fight that was pretty much straightforward in terms of the cards. Both these fellas might be thinking, you know what, I'm going to have to produce a knockout here to make sure. Anyway, who's it going to be? Is it going to be young Jono Carroll in the black with the gold trim, or is it going to be Michael Devine, the man from Luton who took time off his job to prepare for this? He moved out of the home that he shares with his partner and his daughter so that he could train with his uncle 3 times a day. Real commitment. That's paid off for him. But can he double his money here and walk away with the title? Or will Jono Carroll, as the bookies think, just be too slick and too clever? That's the problem he's going to face. If he does commit, he better hit, he better land. And here we go, it's explosive stuff once again. Carroll doesn't want to get dragged into that kind of fight, though. Good body work from Devine.
Yeah, good solid punching there from Devine, but Carroll has answered everything that's come his way. So no one getting the early advantage. Devine has a cool head, which I think is important against this little fellow. See, Carroll's always good at getting up, getting some punches off, and then nullifying, you know, holding and wrestling, becoming messy. I think Devine expected the referee to call break there, and he didn't, so Carroll was quite right to get the punch off.
Well, we saw Carroll in Dublin last month. He's not a man you can intimidate. I mean, that was a real brawl against Declan Geraghty. He was cut on the scalp, blood pouring all over the place. But he wouldn't be intimidated, he wouldn't go away, and it was Geraghty eventually that got thrown out. Once again, though, both of these fellas targeting the body. Good shots coming in, though, from Devine as he switched it upstairs. Carroll now caught.
Carroll landed a terrific punch there, but I think Devine come back with a better one, has seemed to have the impact.
He's marked up badly under the right eye, Devine here. That really is swelling up.
Yeah, it was a huge left hook he took there from Carroll, so Carroll's showing he's gritty enough to stand his ground as well.
Yeah, you're not going to bully him. No question. Devine looking to try and work his way in here. Carroll not there. Oh, again, real good counter work from Carroll, who got a spearing left hand in there as well. He's looking so sharp.
Yeah, he's so quick, and then again, you know, he puts the head under the armpit, so the referee will call break. He does all the little tricks. Ah, terrific again. A good response from Devine.
I don't know how many of these combinations to the head he's going to take, though, Jim. I mean, he's open to these. Carroll just picking him off.
He's just struggling with the speed of the work coming from Carroll. Carroll just pounces in and punches as he moves forward, springs into action.
But he's happy enough with that, celebrating like he's won it. Jono Carroll.
Right, I believe you got it. Put it going either way. Okay, now, what you're doing inside was great. When he's throwing a shot, you're catching him. When he stops throwing, you start throwing yours.
Now, there's some terrific punches landed in the opening round. Some untidy work there, the body shot. I wonder if we'll see the huge left hook that Carroll landed. I think Devine has been drawn into the kind of fight that maybe he doesn't want to get drawn into. He throws wide punches. Carroll's are shorter, short little sharp jolting punches. And his are paying off. But terrific opening round worthy of a final. That was the big left hand I was speaking about. Sorry, right hand.
10 seconds.
From Carroll. A terrific shot. Terrific shot, jolting punches.
Pascal Collins working the corner of Jono. Carroll sends him out for the second round, and Pascal describes him as a southpaw Stephen Ormond. That's praise indeed. Just caught in the throat there, I think. Devine. Alexander separates them, and then Devine tries to regroup, but he's getting tagged again, and Carroll's going for it here.
You know, Carroll is so good at the messy stuff. You know, he can still get his punches off, but he stops the other guy from doing anything. This is very effective. And his own defences are up quickly there.
But remember, Devine does load up, Jim. He really loads up, and if he tags you, he'll take you out. He's got to watch that, Carroll.
Devine's punches are too wide when the action is so close, whereas Carroll can get leverage into the short punches.
Both of them had such a good break as we went through that 10-rounder between Martin Ward and Maxie Hughes. So no excuses of tiredness. Ward, or rather, excuse me, Carroll, just continuing to just try and intimidate his opponent here, but that's easier said than done. Devine getting stuck in once again, but catching a big left uppercut, and he's in trouble.
Not finding a tap.
Oh,
that's the second time he's hit on the break. That is the second time. You know, 1 point's deducted. Now that is the second time, and the same round he's hit on the break. Silly, you cannot afford over 3 rounds to be losing points. Big shot.
Oh, a very, very explosive left hand from Jono Carroll, but Devine coming back at him, but he can't land clean. Great upper body movement from Carroll. Really slick stuff.
Devine was landing on the shoulders and then missing. He just can't find that chin.
But it hasn't stopped him trying. He's still coming back for more. Real gutsy effort this from Devine, but he is getting beaten up at the moment. The gum shield nearly comes out. Carroll just measures him up for another assault in first. And Devine is slowing down visibly now.
I think the difference between them is the short punches of Carroll and the long sweeping punches of Devine that Carroll can see coming and beating him to the punch. That contact, quick southpaw style it has, so difficult to deal with.
Again, really crude from Devine, who's just going for it though, just gritting his teeth, and you've got to admire his guts. And then trying to do the rough stuff again, but Carroll with those sharp, fast, hurtful shots, and a big swinging shot on the bell from Devine, but Carroll knows it's his to lose now, and there's not much on the evidence of the first 2 rounds that this fella can do about it.
Listen to me, mate. Breathe, suck it in. Breathe. Oh no, just breathe. Listen to me.
No, I just think Carroll is so compact. The defences are there. The short, kind of jolting punches that he throws. Whereas the big, wide, powerful shots coming back. Now that's twice. That's the second time in that round that he hit after the call to break. But in between times, wasn't too bad what he was coming up with. And he bullied Devine once or twice in those exchanges. Solid uppercuts, hooks, all quality short punches.
That's a man who knows he's 3 minutes away from £32,000. Last round of what's been one of those prize fighters you can't take your eyes off. Who's going to go home with the big prize? Jono Carroll surely has one hand on the trophy, but can Devine show some heart and just land the one big punch, which is possibly all it's going to take?
You know, and Carroll looked really tough as well. You know, he's short, he's stocky, solid looking.
And the way he's mixed up his styles tonight, we've seen so many different sides to his game.
Yeah, he seems to be able to adapt to whatever the opponent does. But I've always been impressed the way he gets his punches off, then he can spoil, he can nullify, not allow the other guy to come back with anything.
Well, he had his slice of luck against Gary Buckland. He got it on what the judges like. A lot of us thought Buckland won that, but there won't be anything lucky if he hears his name here. He's looked the boss from first bell up till now, and it's going to be Devine who's got to find something with 2 minutes left if he wants that trophy. Good body work from Devine. Just giving everything he's got, these big swinging punches, and he's landing, he's connecting, and Carroll has to hold.
Well, he's done a fair bit of holding, Nick. That's part of his little plan. That was a huge effort from Devine then.
Minute and a half. Devine with a glance at his corner. But he's on his own now, and the clock is ticking, and that's his worst enemy. Great combination again from Carroll. He's just too quick and too accurate.
Yeah, and look at the way he pulls away from the
look
counter.
at Devine's response again. Jim, you've just got to take your hat off to Devine, because he's taken so much punishment and still he's pouring it on, giving it absolutely everything he's got. It's what Prizefighter is all about.
Well, we're into the last minute, so Devine must know he needs something special. Is he looking to land one huge right hand?
Well, he may lose this fight, Jim, but he's going to win a lot of respect, because if he is going out, it's going out fighting, and Jono Carroll is being made to earn this thing. He's not being given it. Carroll inside 30 seconds. Surely there can't be any doubt about the scorecards in this one. He's in big trouble again.
He was hurt.
But Carroll just happy to keep him there. He's got nothing left, Devine. Absolutely nothing left. He's just got to survive these last few seconds. What an effort from him. But what class from Jono Carroll we've seen, not just in this fight, but throughout the whole evening. Jono Carroll is one to keep an eye on for the future. And surely he's the lightweight prizefighter champion here at the York Hall tonight.
Some people going into Prizefighter and just having the perfect style. Well, Jono Carroll was able to adapt to whatever the other fellow brought to the table, and that was a terrific final. Terrific performance. Showed his toughness, showed his skills, showed the experience, and I don't know where he got it, the way he could nullify what the other guy's been trying to do all night long. Just has the perfect style, and he's going home with a check.
There's the numbers. If they're right, Carroll has won this comfortably. Devine, for all that effort, so little success. Really is extraordinary, Carroll. You know, you alluded to his lack of experience, and it was just the one fight in December 2012, one in December 2013, a third one last month. There's confirmation of your card. As you say, Jim, he's shown us some real class and some real potential when you consider how little pro experience he brings to the show tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's the way, you know, the experience that he showed, the way he could nullify, get his punches off, then nullify when the other fellow got close. Sometimes it's untidy. A stricter referee at times would maybe pull him up in a longer fight. But I mean, you can't argue with the quality, you know, and the timing of these little bursts of punches that he lets go, forces the mistake, that gets his own punches off, then gets his head, instinctively gets his head out of danger.
And a word about Michael Devine, Jim, he could not have put any more effort into this.
Full credit, he had his moments in the third round there. I think the job had already slipped away from him by that time, but a huge effort from him. He can be proud.
Right, let's find out who is Prizefighter champion tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of boxing in the final, the judges' scorecards read: Phil Edwards 29-28, Howard Foster 30-27, Ian John Lewis 30-27. All 3 judges are in favour of the winner, winning the magnificent trophy, £32,000, and most important of all, the title of Prizefighter champion in the lightweight division from Dublin, Ireland, Jono Carroll. Let's show your appreciation, please, for a very game prize fighter indeed, Michael Devine. And now Mick Collier will present the trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mick Collier will now present the trophy.
Well, it wasn't 3:30:27s. We've had a night of strange cards, but no question that the right man has got his hands on that trophy. And if you didn't know much about Jono Carroll before tonight, and let's face it, most of us didn't, we know a lot more now, and we're going to know a lot more in the future. This young man has tons of potential. Ed Robinson's in the ring. Let's see if he can grab a couple of words with the new prizefighter champion.
Jono, congratulations, prizefighter champion. I can tell you're very, very pleased. Try and put it into words.
Dreams come true. That's the only words I can say is dreams come true. I trained very hard for this, trained very hard for the Buckland fight, and I'm literally just maintained it for this fight. And it's Team Celtic Warrior all the way. I knew we were going to win it. This man's an absolute genius, I swear to God. I couldn't do it without this man. I want to thank my dad as well, who started me out in the boxing. I want to thank my ma, my Uncle Nicky, who's looking over me in every single fight. Like, literally, that's why I do all the two prayers all the time. I'm just blessed to be on this planet. I want to thank Eddie for giving me the opportunity. Even just the fight deco, I was chuffed with that opportunity. And then to get into this, mate, dreams come true. I'm on cloud 9, cloud 10 right now, you know what I mean? This is brilliant, this is unbelievable, mate. Actually, I'm gonna have to, my whole Christmas, this is not even gonna sink in, I swear to God. I'm just...
At one stage, you were 14-1 underdog going in, so inexperienced, just 3 pro fights.
I said to myself, boy, as a better man, I didn't want to tempt fate. I would have put money on that, you know what I mean? But because I won this, I won enough money, so it's all right. I'm gonna have a great Christmas. And thanks my sister in there, I love her to bits. She gave me the talk after my man passed, she gave me the talk. My man was very proud of me with me boxing, and she gave me the talk to keep at it. She worked well, and she was always bragging about me. And thank all these people right here. Come on, we did it! Cloud 9, mate, this is unbelievable. Can't believe
Word for Michael Devine in the final, he gave his all, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, this man said yesterday that we were going to see each other in the final. Did we not?
We did say that, we said that. I've seen Jono Carroll, like my family from Ireland, and they told me he's a strong kid and it'll be an all-Irish fight and all that, and I told him that, and he's a hell of a fighter. He's going places, man, he's going places. I gave him hard work, done the best I can, and what you see from me is what you get. I'm a warrior, I took some big shots.
Yeah, you knocked your man out sweet as well. That was absolutely brilliant. Take me hat off to this man. Anyone that steps in this ring, I got the utmost respect for them, you know. It's not an easy game. Nobody sees all the hard work that goes in the background, you know. They just see us here fighting. But it's the best sport in the world, man. Absolutely brilliant.
Well done to both of you. Looks like 2 stars are born, Johnny. Stars are born. Someone's got the look of the Irish. 3 weeks ago, Jono Carroll straight through, got a win to find himself here.
Yeah, amazing. That's how boxing changes, isn't it? This prize fighter just elevates you up to another level. He come into this competition, no one really knew who he was, if we're honest. Free fight novice.
You tipped him, did you?
Yeah, I tipped him as the outsider because we'd seen him 3 weeks ago, knew he was going to be an awkward customer. Strong southpaw, looked like a bit of a brawler, but he showed us something different there tonight. He showed us that he's got a boxing brain. He also showed me that he can go on and have a bright future in this business. A well-deserved winner there.
Alex, did you expect that fight to go that way?
Well, his tactics were perfect. I mean, throughout Johnny, his tactics were perfect, not just in that fight there, but earlier on. I mean, even against Buckland, his tactics were spot on. And he said, he gave credit to his coach in the corner. If his coach mastercrafted all those performances, he's a world-class coach.
I mean, what we saw there, we saw a guy adapting to every fight, changing different styles, boxing on the front foot, boxing on the back foot, doing everything perfectly.
If he had to grow and hold his feet, he done it. He done that as well, you know.
Absolutely,
so
showed a big heart and showed that he could take a big shot as well, right?
He did,
Got a big future. He's round 1. Has he got a big future? We're seeing him tuck up. He's tight. He's cute.
The only thing we need to wait to see is if he can perform over a longer distance, 10 rounds, 12 rounds.
Absolutely.
Will he be able to? I think he will. I think he has the kind of style that he can adapt to different kinds of fights.
He showed us here, look, he's keeping nice and tight. Devine was dangerous. He was wild. We saw that in the semi-final with a knockout.
One shot for Devine,
one shot he could take a man out of either hand. So Carroll changed his tactics, kept nice and tight, and met fire with fire. I mean, you know, excellent performance.
Has all the ingredients to be something very, very special in the way he's negotiated his way through Prizefighter.
Yeah, well, I mean, really, when you look at his performances from start to finish, like me and Spencer said earlier, if he had to change his tactics, he did. And he done it brilliantly, Johnny. Now, think about having breaks in between the fight and having to come out and readapt again. Absolutely brilliant.
14-1 on earlier in the week. Can you believe that? Can you imagine?
Do you know the mad thing about it is, I tipped him to be the dark horse of the competition, but didn't back him.
3-0 to 6-0 in one night. Really impressive.
Unbelievable.
Really
Listen, let's not forget this kid's 22 years of age.
Unbelievable.
I believe he's got a bright future. Yeah. Will he do the longer distance? From what I've seen there, I believe he will. And I think
he's clever and adaptable enough, isn't he?
Yeah.
Really
Prizefighter's proved to be a complete leveler. A professional novice comes in and beats experienced fighters.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've had British champions, European champions, all in this competition. Who comes out victorious? A kid who's 3-0. Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Listen, he may look very slick, but you know what? Really Prizefighter, this is what it was all about. We had scraps, we had everything we expected.
Yeah, this Prizefighter was one of the better ones that I've seen. You know, right from the off, it was unbelievable. Every fight was ding dong, and this is what we love about the competition. You know, is that you lose one round, one knockdown, and it could all be over. So you know, drama.
Foot on the pedal.